Hello and welcome to your Empowered Astrology Forecast with yours truly, Sarah McCallum, the Cosmic Finder, and this is for the week of December the 8th, 2025. All right, everyone, so this week we are going to be moving through some exciting shifts and changes. On the 10th of December, Neptune will move direct. So we are beginning to witness some of the direct movement of the planets that have been retrograde over this past year. And that is exciting because it feels like there is an opening. There is this potential for forward movement. And with Neptune, we have the planet that is so much the focal point of our imagination and our fantasy rich experience in life. It's that planet that encourages us to dream and to really live within those liminal states of being. And we have the propensity here, while it is retrograde, to reflect on the ways in which we tap into escapism and addictive tendencies in a pursuit of releasing some of that intensity when we feel everything that is happening within ourselves, but also we are so attuned to the collective energy, it can be very overwhelming. And so we may have realized the different habits we have in place that aren't healthy in regards to trying to access the peaceful side of our spiritual practices. And, when we feel all that is happening as highly intuitive and empathic beings, we can unfortunately feel a bit overwhelmed. So, really, now that Neptune moves forward and direct, we are able to access those tools that help us to stay in proper alignment with our spiritual path, and really hopefully weaving in some healthier habits. When we get to those places and spaces where we feel overwhelmed, we are able to lean on those healthier tools. On the 11th, Mercury will shift into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is such a spiritual sign. So, again, this week is really peppered with a lot of spiritual energy. Sagittarius helps us to understand what is true for ourselves, and it's very idealistic, it's very benevolent. So, hopefully, the way in which we bring our thoughts into form has some of this beautiful, benevolent energy at its core. And, really recognizing how important it is to expand our minds, to explore, different themes within our conversations that help us to evolve and more deeply understand our truth. On the 14th, Mars will shift into Capricorn. So now we are focused on legacy when it comes to how it is we go after what we desire. We are focused on solid foundations, right? We are recognizing, what a career really feels like and means to us. And understanding that, without a strategy in place, it's hard to get to, the things that we want and achieve our goals. All right, the moon will shift into Virgo on the 9th, which is a great time to tap into logistics, analytics, and things of that nature. It will shift into Libra on the 12th. This is very much about collaboration and connecting with the other. And then finally, at the end of the week on the 14th, the moon will slip into Scorpio. This can be a time to tap into our healing process, to tap into our sense of magnetism and intensity in whatever way that serves us. So lastly, let's pull a card for everyone out of the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Let's see what it is that Spirit has in store for us this week. All right. Shuffling collective message here out of the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Single, concise message for us all. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. I love all of that because that sounds very Sagittarian in nature. When you look up into the velvety dark blanket of the night sky covering the vast expanse of space, can you count all the stars twinkling above? Can you imagine that you are only glimpsing a tiny sliver of what is actually there? This is the domain of limitless possibility, of the never-ending sea of potential that you yourself are made of and have now at your disposal. Your life right now is alive with possibility and needs your clear focus to hone in on what avenue of exploration most calls to you. It's time to choose and not be distracted by the sheer magnitude of what may be. Be here now. Gather your thoughts and your most cherished dreams. Focus on the brightest star in your never-ending sky and take small steps, small movements toward calling this glittering potential into reality. If you can imagine this and hold that vision, you will summon all the celestial helpers and guides to aid you in bringing it into fruition. Keep your focus on the essence of potential rather than the form of it. The universe has its own ideas of how best to serve you and all of us at the same time. Trust this as fact rather than theory, and you ought not act surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will, exactly how you need them to. All right, I wish all of you such a beautiful and expansive week, and I will be on to talk with you again soon.